Week 7 of the 2025 NFL season is here, and I'm sorry that I'm late. I am recording this on Saturday the 13th. Unfortunately, I had some home renovations going on, some carpet cleaning, lots of stuff happening. Fortunately, I was not able to record like I usually could. Usually, I record on Thursdays, the afternoon before the Thursday night game. So the Thursday night game did happen. I made a community post on my channel of what my pick of the game was gonna be. So you'll see up there that the Steelers Bengals games line that I got before the game actually happened. On my post, I said Steelers -5.5, so already starting the week down. Not great. Am I out of focus? Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, good. You also notice that I'm not wearing the the Lions jersey because, Lions lost, but we'll get to that. Kinda ate shit in week 7, sadly. The Moneybag Manta streak, parlay streak, is over. Not entirely my fault. Puka got injured, but also that whole Ravens-Rams game was kind of a shit show. I went 8-7 in my predictions, kind of mid. We're now at 53 wins, 39 losses, and a tie. And on our bets, pretty bad. Went down 2.37 units. Now our total profits are only up by 1.87 units. It's pretty bad, but I have faith that we'll be able to build it back up, even though we're already at a loss. So we're basically at 0.87 units now. But you know what? It's fine, because we're gonna build it all right back up. Starting with these games, I'm just gonna talk about the Steelers-Bengals game real quick, just to make up for, missing it. My logic going into it was that, even though Joe Flacco was playing in the Unk Bowl with whatchamacallit, the Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers and the Bengals, he balled out amazingly. Rodgers, he had, flashes of greatness even in his old age, but 2 interceptions, even if one was not his fault. Vegas made a call to DK Metcalf, made him so that he got 40, I think like 40 yards in the first half and then 5 yards in the second half. Absolutely made a call. There's no reason that Aaron Rodgers should be throwing guys to, I don't know who fucking D. Washington is. And then 2 touchdowns to Pat Freiermuth when you traded for Jonnu Smith. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Vegas calls are ruining the good sport of football and gambling. So that's that. Unfortunately, Bengals won that game, so not only did Steelers fail to cover, they straight up lost. So, hey, had I known that, could have maybe made a little more money on this game, but it is what it is. Bengals are now coming back. Hey, maybe the season's not too late for them. If Joe Flacco can carry the rest of the regular season, so that way Joe Burrow can hopefully be healthy enough in time to go to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Steelers, they now have a threat to their division. They still have quite the ample lead right now, but now that they have a series loss with the Bengals, and now that Joe Flacco and his new butt buddy Jamar Chase, who's just going to target 20 times every week, I don't know. The only downside to this is that now the game plan is just going to be double cover Jamar Chase every single week for every team that they face going forward, if they're smart. But yeah, that was that game. Sadly, I already lost it. So now let's get into the games that we're actually going to predict. So now we're actually gonna time. Oh God, I'm such a fucking tizzy. I forgot my catchphrase. I forgot my fucking catchphrase. I forgot to tell you to shut your mouth and let's talk ball. So now on to the predictions. Sunday morning game, London game. Finally a good London game. Got to make up for that horrible London game last week between the Broncos and the Jets. The Rams versus the Jaguars, 2 good teams. Unfortunately, Puka is out, injured. I hope he comes back soon because he is a dog and he makes me money until he gets injured. Meanwhile, the Jags are coming off a loss to the Seahawks, an expected loss. I called that shit because Jaguars aren't as good as advertised. The only notable win they have is over the Chiefs, I think. Because, who else did they beat? I think they beat the 49ers, but that was, the ICU 49ers, the non-Mac Jones 49ers. They only have one good win. Trevor Lawrence can ball out at times, but is not like consistently on that level. Definitely not on the level that Matthew Stafford is. The running game's not quite as good as Kyron. Even without Puka, this group of Devontae Adams. Now that he'll step into a major role, he can definitely carry as a wide receiver one. Yeah, I think this one's pretty cut and dry. Give me the Rams -2.5. I think they'll be able to beat the Jaguars pretty easily. I would take more if if I weren't trying to like conserve my bets here, because I've got a few underdog picks this week, so we're gonna play it safe. Rams -2.5. I like those odds. They're gonna cover. They're gonna win. Easy. Well, I mean, it might be hard for the Rams. Who knows? But maybe it won't be easy. But it shouldn't be too difficult to beat the Jaguars overseas. Next game, the Saints versus the Bears. This one's tricky. The Bears are coming off a surprise win that the Commanders handed them. A costly Jaden Daniels fumble at the end of the Commanders-Bears game last week basically gifted the Bears the win. So while the Bears did keep it close with the Commanders, they got their revenge for last year's Hail Mary. They didn't really beat the Commanders. The Commanders beat the Commanders. Meanwhile, the Saints coming off to a loss from the Patriots that I predicted. I'll give the Saints a little credit. I've been shitting on them all year. I'll give them a little credit. Spencer the Rat Rattler, he has been playing all that bad. I've kind of been like neglecting him and shitting on him, but he still hasn't shown me like that he's the guy, but I think I've been shitting on him way too much for how good he's actually doing. Yeah, he still hasn't like shown me like, oh yeah, this guy should be the guy for the Saints, at least for now going forward. I'm still curious to see what Tyler Shugg brings to the table. I think that's how you say his last name, Shugg. Because why else would you draft him if you really believed in Spencer Rattler that much? Yeah, I think Bears should take this one pretty handily. It's a home game for them. At the same time, I never really want to bet on Caleb Williams, even though he did have a really good game last week. The line's too low for me to take the money line, and I don't trust the Bears to not be able to cover against the Saints. And at the same time, I don't trust the Saints on either kind of spread this way, so I'm not going to be betting this game. There's some trade rumors going around for Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave. Alvin Kamara said that, like, if he gets traded, he's straight up retiring from football. It sounds like he wants to be a New Orleans guy for life. Chris Olave has not given that same level of dedication when asked about trade rumors, so we'll see about that. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. Next game. The Dolphins versus the Browns. This one hurts, man. This one really hurts because if you've been watching my weekly prediction videos, I'm on my fade Mike McDaniels Dolphins era. Operation Fade McDaniels, because he's getting fired this year. And if he doesn't beat the Browns this year, if he loses to the Browns, I'm surprised he wasn't fired last week for that choke job to the Chargers. If they lose to the Browns, he's done. He's done. He's going the way of Brian Callahan, which we'll talk about. Yeah, I want, as much as I want to take like either the Browns money line or not the Browns spread. As much as I want to take the Browns money line, it's not. I really want to take the Browns money line, but I can't trust the Browns yet. Even though I'm on my, Fade McDaniels timing, it's the Browns, man. If there was a team that the Dolphins could beat, that's on like the shitty level of the Jets that they beat before, it's the Browns. Dillon Gabriel is a complete unknown right now. He's had 2 games, one where he's looked pretty good, one where he's looked pretty bad. He threw 50 times, only completed 29 times out of 51. That was really embarrassing. People are saying Kevin Stefanski should be fired, which is crazy because he just won Coach of the Year 2 years ago. It's tough. I think as far as who's going to win this game, I want the Browns to win, and I'll say that the Browns will win, but I don't feel I can't. I'm too much of a tiny penis and low T weak stream kind of guy to take it on a play like this. So no bet for me, sadly. I know I'm a pussy, but I can't trust the Browns here. I can't trust the Browns with my hard-earned money. Next game. Raiders versus the Chiefs. So now we get to talk about that bullshit Lions-Chiefs game. Well, kind of bullshit. 0 penalties, huh? 0 penalties on the Chiefs. I hate that it all, like, complaining about Chiefs and refs sounds like cope. But it's not! Come on! 0, there were blatant offsides, missed calls, a blatant missed holding call on Travis Kelce, blatant, unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct when Juju Smith-Schuster pushed Brian Branch from behind, and then Brian Branch fought him after the game because of that, and got suspended for a week, but, that's that. But aside from that, and, a horrible call made by New York to screw the Lions on that Jared Goff touchdown that the refs totally fucked up their call on. They should have called a legal motion on the play. You can't call it after the play and take a touchdown off the board and change the pace of the game. But you know what? It is what it is. If Chiefs want to, cheat their way back to the Super Bowl, because you probably saw that study that came out right soon after that game, that Chiefs have benefited from slanted officiating for the past 10 years. Yeah. With Rashee Rice coming back this week, the Chiefs might be back. Pacheco had a decent game last week. Lions defense is currently hurting right now. And that's why the Chiefs were able to do what they did at Lions, plus the hand jobs from the refs. Raiders, they played the Titans, and they beat the Titans, and they got Brian Callahan fired. Even then, there's no shot Raiders win this game. Is what then I remembered, because the Raiders usually, for whatever reason, when they play the Chiefs, they play close games. I don't know if y'all remember last year, that whole fucking crazy-ass game with Aiden O'Connell, where they were going to take the lead. They were, like, marching down the field with the clock running down in the fourth quarter, but then it was a fucked-up hiking of the ball that bounced off AOC, and then the Chiefs were able to recover it, and then, like, some crazy black magic Chiefs ruling, ref ruling in the Chiefs' favor, let the Chiefs get the ball and ice the game. I don't think anything like that's going to happen in this game, especially because Geno has still not been playing very well. The key here is the spread. It's currently around, like, it's at like a plus minus 12 right now, a 12-point spread. Do I trust the Chiefs to put belt to ass to the Raiders, or do I trust the Raiders to keep it close and, play the game within this margin? I don't trust them, especially with this Chiefs defense gonna do what they do, and now with the refs on their side seemingly again. Fuck that. Not betting this game. Too volatile for me. Fuck the Chiefs, by the way. Bitch made ruined our three-peat. I hope the Raiders win, but Chiefs are gonna win this game, no question about it. Next game. Eagles versus Vikings. Oh, this one is fun because the Eagles are on a downward spiral right now. They got bitched by the Giants, which was hilarious to watch in real time. Excuse me, why am I always burping when I record? I think I might need to get that checked out. Vikings are playing at home. I think JJ McCarthy is coming back. I need to check to see who's in for this game. I forget if McCarthy's coming back or... No, okay, it's Carson Wentz. McCarthy's not playing, so Carson Wentz. Wentz has been playing okay, nothing special. He's been playing serviceable backup quarterback play. Can he do it against this Eagles defense that has seemingly just fucking disappeared off the face of the earth? Maybe. It's pretty close. It's Vikings are underdogs even at home, but they're not like so far underdog that it's basically a pick 'em. Um, I want to take the Vikings here. If for no other reason, then it would be really funny to watch the Eagles lose three in a row and completely choke away what should have been like a chokehold lead on their division and make another Super Bowl with their all-star team. AJ Brown is crashing out. He's probably I think the Eagles said they're like denying all trades for AJ Brown, but at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do? He's breaking up passes meant for other players hilariously. Um, Jalen Hurts kind of sucks. He's not that good of a quarterback. He can't throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field. This one's tricky. Because Eagles are in a must-win situation here. If they lose three in a row, especially to the Vikings, who are worse off now than they were last year when they were also like 14-3 in the year, the same record as the Eagles, then shit's gonna like go down. It's smashing the panic button in Philly. You know, Patullo, the offense coordinator, will probably get fired. And last time they fired their offensive coordinator mid-season, or it was one of those. I forget if they fired both or if they fired just one, their offensive or the defensive coordinator in 2023, which led to that hilarious collapse towards the end of the year for the Eagles. They got to use Saquon more. They've not been utilizing Saquon enough because he's an all-star, and I don't know why they refuse to just run the ball and establish the run. I'm taking the Vikings. I'm betting on the Eagles' downfall. It'll be so funny. You know, it's we'll get a little bonus. We'll get like a unit back. We'll double our money at least. Give me the Vikings money line. I think them being at home, Carson Wentz has Justin Jefferson on his side. They have Jordan Mason. They got T.J. Hawkinson. They've got a pretty good defense. I think might be even better than the Eagles' defense right now because it's collapsing. I think the Vikings can win this one. If they can just take advantage of the Eagles' collapse, they'll be able to win. Vikings money line, book it. Next game. Panthers and the Jets. Now this one, I don't like using the term trap spread because I don't believe too much in that shit, but why in God's name are the Panthers not blowing the Jets out? The Panthers just beat the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys also have no defense, but we'll talk about that when we get to their game. Panthers are, like, on track to have, like, the same record as the Chiefs. The Panthers are sneaky good this year. They are the most volatile, unpredictable, most volatile team of the whole season. You'll never know what these fucking Renegades are gonna do next. You never know when they're gonna shit the bed against the Patriots or blow the fucking the Falcons out, shut them out, or beat the Cowboys. You never know what they're gonna do next. So, because of that, you could think that maybe the Jets finally get their first win, except Garrett Wilson is out, and that was one of the only weapons on that offense making the Jets, actually any good. Now that Justin Fields doesn't have his top target to throw to now, he already can't throw the ball. He already had, like, negative passing yards last year, negative 10? The stat line says 45, but like overall it was like negative 10 passing yards. You and I watching this video right now had more passing yards than Justin Fields in that shit ass game. Panthers gonna win this easily, especially with Rico Dowdle. Holy shit, Rico Dowdle is taking I always want to say Chubba Hubbard, like Hubba Bubba Gum. Chuba Hubbard. He's taking his job as we speak. Like, Dave Canales is being all coy, like, we know who he's gonna, like, run our backfield. We're keeping it close to the chest for now, but it's obvious. It's obvious it's Rico Dowdle. No, not to say that Chuba's fallen off or anything, but he's coming off of an injury, and it's not like he was doing bad before the injury, but you don't just put up, like, what is it? 200 rushing yards plus one game and then 150, I want to say, the second game, and then not become the running back one of your team. You don't put up like 350 plus yards in 2 weeks and not become the running back one of your team. It just doesn't happen. Unless you're like sitting behind like an actual god like CMC, and Hubbard is not a CMC type of running back, so Rico Dowdle is becoming the running back one of Carolina. Maybe he'll, if he continues and he even puts up like 75 yards a game, if he does literally half as good every week as he's been doing these past 2 weeks, he'll land the number one job in Carolina. He'll get himself a fat contract at this offseason. So give me the Panthers money line, easy. Maybe the trap spread could come into play here. It is a home game for the Jets, but that doesn't matter. The Jets fucking suck. The Jets might not win a game all year. Panthers win. Panthers cover. Betting the Panthers money line. Excuse me, burped again. Next game. The Patriots versus the Titans. Now, big story about this game. Mike Vrabel revenge game against the team that fired him, and now the Titans have fired the guy who replaced Mike Vrabel in Brian Callahan, because he lost to the Titans. He's the first head coach who got fired this year. I think the new interim coach right now, I think his name is like Mike McCoy. I want to say he was either the offensive coordinator of the Titans that got a promotion, or he was like one of the offensive special coaches, like he was like a pass game or a receiver coach, one of those. So Titans are getting the not only a home game but the interim head coach boost, which statistically more often than not coaches who have the interim boost cover the spread. Unfortunately, this Titans team needs more than just a coaching regime change. They need a ground-up new roster, new lifeblood in that team. No more Tony Pollard, no more Ty J. Spears. Fuck Ty J. Spears, by the way. Cost me a parlay because he ate into Tony Pollard's yards unnecessarily, because even though he's not as good as Pollard. Patriots are balling. Drake Maye is giving everyone in the AFC, what was it? AFC West, I want to say, whatever the division that was, AFC East. Yeah, AFC East. What am I saying? AFC East. He's putting the entire AFC East on notice and on suicide watch, because now we're entering quite possibly, he won't, it's an exaggeration to say he'll be as good as him, but they found their next Tom Brady. So soon, just after the Brady era, just 5 years after the Brady era. Hilarious. Titans need more than just a new head coach, especially an interim one who might not even be the new guy for Tennessee going forward. He might not even be the coach next year. Give me the Patriots -6.5. I think they're going to blow the Titans out. It doesn't matter the interim coach boost. It doesn't matter any of that. Patriots are just flat out better than Titans. Now that the Bills, we'll get to the Bills later. Well, actually, we won't, because they're on a bye week, so we'll talk about it now. Whatever. Fuck it. My brain. Bills and Patriots. Patriots are leading the AFC East right now because they have that win over the Bills and are now leading the division. They're both 4-2, but they're sitting at the top. And with Bills on a bye, Patriots win this game. They cement at least a one-game lead till they go on their bye week. And they need to keep racking up the wins so that way they can win their division, get a home playoff game. It's, probably not going to happen, but winning the conference, at least getting the 1 seed, isn't completely out of the question as of now. I'm not saying it will happen. I'd be surprised if it would, but it's not impossible. Whatever the case, they need to make it happen, and they got to beat the Titans to do it. Give me the Patriots -6.5. Titans suck. Cam Ward has not shown me too many flashes of greatness for me to be confident in him right now. But to be fair, he just needs a whole new roster. Patriots win. Patriots cover. Patriots 6.5 is a bet. Take it. Book it. Next game. The Giants versus the Broncos. This one's going to be funny. Because the Broncos, they beat the Jets, but they only barely beat the Jets because that game was a shit show. For some reason, every time the Broncos and the Jets play, it's just the worst low-scoring football game you've ever seen in your life. They barely beat the Jets. If the Jets didn't literally suck so much ass, they could have easily lost that game. I was just very sad that they didn't, because I put a plus 300 money line bet on the Jets to win that game, and it didn't pan out, and I would have laughed. But now they get to go back home into Denver. Unfortunately, now they have the Giants knocking on their door, and I don't know if y'all are on Twitter or anything, but apparently there's some big beef going on between Giants fans and Broncos fans. Talking about Hall of Fame players with neck injuries and, just shit talking back and forth, a lot of mudslinging going on. So this game's going to be fun and volatile and very toxic, and I'm very much for it. This game's going to be the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Excuse me. We've got the Broncos defense, which is one of the best defenses in the league, versus Cam fucking Scattaboo, the man who runs through brick walls for fun. Can Cam Scattaboo, and also Jackson Dart, because he also likes to run the ball too, but mostly Cam, can Cam lead the way and punch a hole through the Broncos defense? Maybe. It's not going to be easy, but considering they just did it to the Eagles, and they did it to the Chargers, I'm going for it! The Broncos are on track to lose another game. They should have lost last week, but now it's going to catch up with them. Their offense is not that good. Giants defense can clutch up when necessary, and that Giants offense is picking up steam even without Malik Neighbors. Wandale's becoming the wide receiver one now, and is filling the shoes. Give me the Giants money line, plus 300. I'm taking it. Giants should be able to win. Giants should be able to beat the Broncos, because now that they've beaten the Eagles, they smell blood in the water. They want to make, it's not too late for them to make a run for their division, because the Cowboys have no defense, and the Commanders are not as dangerous as they were last year. They're choking away games they shouldn't be choking. It's not over for the NFC East yet, so here we go. New York Giants beat the Denver Broncos. Money line. I hope they win, because I will laugh. I love Cam Scattaboo, by the way. Fucking amazing player. Next game. Colts versus the Chargers. I don't get it, man. Why are the Colts not the favorites here? It doesn't matter that it's a road game. They're the fucking Colts. They're the 5-1 Colts. They're the Daniel Jones Colts. Indiana Jones is balling right now. He's playing about as well as Justin Herbert has been this year. Justin Herbert's still on a decline. He's not reached back up to the Madison Beer pussy level that he's been playing those first 3 weeks in, where they swept the entire division. Chargers run game look like it might be a little better with what's his name? Kimani Vidal. Even though he just kind of ran through a Swiss cheese Dolphins defense. Let's see how he does against the Colts defense, which is not particularly great, but should be good enough. Even though the Colts did get tested by the Jacoby Brissett Cardinals last week, they still were able to pull it out and beat them. Chargers also were able to pull their game out the fire against the Dolphins. So both teams are coming off of shaky wins, but wins nonetheless. Jonathan Taylor might be the best running back of the year, pure running back. I need to check. Is he catching passes too? I think he's probably catching passes. When it comes to just pure running though, unless we're talking a Rico Dowdle, I think Jonathan Taylor's having himself a legacy game. Legacy year, rather, not just a game, but he probably will have another great game here too. Yeah, this one's pretty free. Give me the Colts money line. Chargers O-line's banged up. I don't think they're getting Joe Alt back this game. The run game still is kind of questionable. Yeah, Colts still got everybody. Give me Colts money line, easy. Not much to say about that one. Next game. The Packers versus the Cardinals. I need to check real quick, because I one of the reasons that I decided to just wait until Saturday to talk about these games was because who is in for... Okay, so it's confirmed. Jacoby Brissett is in again for Kyler for this Cardinals game. So now I'm going to make a bet that I didn't make before, that I thought about doing, but now I'm a little more confident in. Cardinals plus 6.5. They're going to cover the spread. It's a home game for Arizona. Packers have not looked as dangerous as they have been. Jacoby Brissett balled out. He played against the Colts way better than Kyler would. So I think he's going to be able to do it again. I don't have too much to say about this game. Packers are coming off a, not a handed win. Bengals were able to cover against the Packers, which I did predict, so I got that right. It would have been funny if the Bengals beat them, but there were times where the Bengals looked like they could get back into the game, and for Packers to be this Super Bowl contenders that are now sitting on top of the NFC North, I don't think they're gonna be able to hold on to that for much longer. Because I think Cardinals are gonna be able to cover. Now I don't know if they're gonna win. I'm gonna say Packers will still win the game, but Cardinals will cover, and I'm taking the Cardinals plus 6.5. Actually, you know what? Not plus 6.5 because that's doesn't leave room for a touchdown. Plus 7.5. Cardinals plus 7.5. They should be able to cover this line. I love it, love it, love it. Next game. The Commanders versus the Cowboys. Now, okay, we already talked about how the Cowboys and Commanders are coming off of tough losses, how Commanders choked the game away, and Cowboys' lack of defense is what cost them that game. Oh boy. Commander Jaden Daniels it's too early to say he's having a sophomore slump, but he's definitely not playing as dangerous and like impressively as he was year one. He's not having like a CJ Stroud level slump where he's like showing very clear signs of a decline. This one's tough because I also just found out that not only is Scary Terry still out for this game because fuck me, I drafted Terry in fantasy. Fuck me, he's been out for like half the season so far, but also Deebo Samuel, who is basically the unspoken wide receiver one of Washington right now. He's out too. So now we got like what? Luke McCaffrey, Zach Ertz. They've still got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and he's good, so he'll be able to run all over that Cowboys defense. This one is gonna be tough. It's gonna be close. I'm taking Washington. You know what sucks? Actually, I'm looking at the lines right now. I bet Washington money line. I think it was yesterday that I bet it. When it was before it was confirmed that Deebo Samuel was out. Now that it's it's still a home game for Dallas, and now that he's out, the line moved. So I took this picture before the Thursday game of the lines. Even though it says minus 126 now, it's actually at like minus plus 100. So if I cash out my bet now, I'm losing $1. So I can't really do that, which sucks. So give me Commanders money line. If you take this bet after watching it now, it'll be plus 100. I still think the Commanders should be able to win this game because their defense can still clutch up when necessary, even though the Cowboys' offense is good, and they're getting CeeDee Lamb back, which could make it even more dangerous. Actually, now that I'm remembering that CeeDee Lamb's coming back, should I like take this bet back now? And I think I should take it back. Should I take it back? Fuck. Fine. Damn it. I don't know. I kind of want to say no play for this game now because shit. Because Cowboys have no defense, and Commanders' offense, even without Deebo and Terry, should still light up their defense. But Dak's still balling. Dak is an incredible quarterback this season. Lamb's coming back. Pickens has been a great stand-in for Lamb. He'll probably still outperform Lamb this week because Lamb's coming off a pretty notable injury. Javonte Williams is still running. Jake Ferguson's nice. Brandon Aubrey is always a factor. Shit. Alright, I'm back and I figured out what I want to do. We're taking back the game Commanders win thing. We're building another Money Bags Man to parlay. We're going to do 2 this week. Fuck it. I had one ready for the Lions-Buccaneers game, but I've decided I'd cook one up now because I actually really like these lines. So here we go. Alright, Money Bags Man to parlay starts now. 7 legs. Jalen Lane, 25 yards. Luke McCaffrey, 25 yards. Chris Moore, 25 yards, all receivers. And then Zach Ertz, throw him in there too, 40 yards. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 50 rushing yards. Javonte Williams, 50 rushing yards. Dak Prescott, 225 passing yards. Currently sitting at plus 900 odds, so one unit on here will get us like an entire 10 units back. So if this hits, we will be swimming in it. So booking it right now, take it if you can. I have a really good feeling about this one. Next game. Falcons versus 49ers. Now this game's interesting. Falcons are coming off a surprise upset over the Bills. While the 49ers are still in the ICU, Mac Jones suffered his first actual loss this season against the Buccaneers, but it's okay because the Buccaneers might be going to the Super Bowl. They're playing at home, but the Falcons are still underdogs, and they're balling out. Michael Penix Jr. is looking pretty good. Bijan Robinson, or Bijan, however you say his first name, is looking like an absolute monster. Drake London is great. This defense is clutching up when necessary. They made Josh Allen look like a fraud. Mac Jones is still slinging the rock, so that's could be swinging in the Falcons' favor, but that Falcons defense, man, I don't know. I'm going to stay away from this game because I don't trust what's going on with it. It's too close for me to call, and this would be the type of game I would make another Moneybags Manta parlay on, but two, not enough for this week. Not enough. We gotta get two. Next game, the Buccaneers versus the Lions. Oh my God, I'm rushing now. I took too much of a pause to think about that Commanders-Cowboys game. I completely forgot who I said was gonna win the Falcons-49ers game. I'm going to say 49ers, if only because Mac Jones is still, I think, playing on a level better than Michael Penix Jr. And, yeah, they lost Fred Warner, too, by the way, so they're continuing to pour souls into the endless well of power that is CMC. They're still able to keep it close with teams, though, and Falcons have not totally impressed me yet. Even outside of that Bills win, I need to see consistency from them, so I'm going to say 49ers win. So yeah, that's that. Now I do have another Moneybag Manta parlay cooked up ahead of time for this Lions and Buccaneers game. So Lions, as you know, they lost to the Chiefs. They got screwed a little bit, but also our defense is banged up right now. It's a home game for us, which helps. And Buccaneers, I still don't. This spread is not right. This money line's not right. It should be a much closer game. Our defense is still way banged up. And Buccaneers, even though they've lost Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, and Bucky Irving, they still have Rachaad White, who's doing a decent enough job standing in. And they're getting Mike Evans back. And Baker Mayfield is the MVP. This should not be this close. I'm always going to root for my Lions. Shout out to the grit. But always going to be one pride. While I don't feel confident enough to take the spread this time around, I have cooked up a second Moneybags Manta parlay. The first, but now we've got two. All right, here we go. It's an 8-legger, about plus 800. So another we should be getting a whole another set of units on this one. We've got Rachaad White, 40 rushing yards. David Montgomery, 9 rushing attempts. Jared Goff, 2 passing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 2 passing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 200 passing yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 65 receiving yards. Sam Laporta, 25 receiving yards. And Jahmyr Gibbs, 50 rushing yards. Hopefully, I'm able to get this one right because we need to build up our money back like we were in Week 5 when the first big Moneybags Manta parlay hit. Or no, that was the second one. But, it was still good. We made a lot of money in Week 5. Last game, the Texans versus the Seahawks. This one is pretty cut and dry, I feel, even though it's going to be a late night game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay up too much for it because I got work the next day. Seahawks are rolling, and the Texans, while they're kind of building up steam again, they're coming off a bye, and they beat the shit-ass Ravens the week before. It don't matter. Seahawks going to win this one easy. Not much to say about this. Seahawks -2.5. Easy bet. Sorry that I was rambling this one. I'm kind of rushing to get this one out because I'm going to have to edit this at work tonight in order to get it up on time. Probably it's going to have to be like early Sunday morning, like before the 9 a.m. game. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the lateness of this video. I'll try not to let it get this late next time throughout the rest of the season. I need to fucking work. Do I have a stutter? Do I stutter when I'm nervous or when I'm rushing? I think I do. Fuck it. I'm the Unmantle. You'll see me next time.